Good morning, wake up, bitch. And do you ever find yourself as a gamer? Are you a fellow gamer? You ever find yourself playing a game? Say you don't have as much time as you used to back in the day when you were a kiddo and you could play for 10 hours a day. And you feel like you're playing, and the time that you do get to sit down, say you get like 2 hours that you're actually able to sit down and game, and you sit down and you rush through, you're trying to play, you're just stressed out about, I need to hurry up, I don't have enough time. And then you rush through whatever you're playing, especially like single player games, and you just burn through it. And then by the end of the session, you're like, man, I didn't even have fun. I was just stressed about finishing in time, or I just blew through this level. I didn't get to check out anything I wanted to. Does that sound familiar? Because that was me for a very long time. And it's something that I'm still working on, but something I found that helped, or something that I'm working on to get better at. But like I said, that was me. 100%. That was me. Rushing through shit. But to this day, one of my biggest gaming regrets, like time spent playing video games that I regret the most because I was in that mindset, was back in the Navy. I had just gotten to my new command. We were in our in-dock phase, so we didn't really have to do shit. We like showed up at 8, cleaned, and we were out of there by like noon. Like it was very easy. But during that time, I knew like, in like about a month, we're gonna have to fucking start our schooling program. And so I was like, I need to hurry the fuck up and beat Red Dead Redemption 2, because that game, I think it had just come out. What the fuck is that? I was like, I need to hurry up and beat this game. I think it just came out. It was on the Xbox Game Pass. And I was like, I need to complete this game right now before the school starts and I won't have time. And so I played the game and I rushed through it pretty well. Like, that's a hard game to rush through because it's so fucking long. Even just the main story is so long, which is amazing. Like, it's a great game, phenomenal game. If you haven't played, fucking, what are you doing? Check that shit out. That shit is amazing. I know there are some complaints people have about it, but you can find something to complain about on any game. That game's fucking incredible. It truly is. Story, setting, graphics, characters, fucking awesome. But I was trying to rush through because I wanted to make sure. My logic and reasoning was, I'm gonna hurry up and get through it so I can make sure that I can actually enjoy the game and finish it before school starts when I won't have any time. And boy, was that dumb. Because I burned through it, got through it. Good story, still really enjoyed it. Like, incredible game, but I didn't, like, the way I played Red Dead 1 was way different. The way I played Red Dead Redemption 1 was way different. I sat there, got engulfed into the game, got immersed, and so I would go, find this new little town or whatever, and then I would sit in the town and pretend like I was I was actually visiting. And so I'd go down to the bar, get a drink, go down, play some poker, or talk with the local townsfolk, and really get myself into the game. Felt like I was part of the world, got immersed, right? Whereas with Red Dead Redemption 2, I didn't do that as much. It's like, okay, I'm just getting to point A to point B so I can get to the next point, so I can do this, so I can blah, 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 so I can blah, 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 blah. Right? You get the idea. Coffee break. So I beat the game, I think, either right before school started or right after school started. like within that week, I beat it. I think it was right before. And then once school started, I realized that shit wasn't that hard. Again, subjective. Well, I say again, I haven't said it in the first place, but I know that's subjective. I had been one of those students where I never had to study really at all in school and would get A's and B's because, I'm kind of smart. So sometimes, most of the time, I'm a fucking idiot though. I gotta get out of that habit. Apparently, I was reading something, and apparently, even if you're being sarcastic, your body can't tell that, like, when you're being serious or not. So when you sit there and be like, oh, I'm a fucking dumbass, ha 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 ha, your body doesn't know that you're joking. Like, it's just sending negative affirmations, and so you're gonna keep thinking, oh, I'm an idiot. When you think you're laughing and making fun of yourself, but really you think, right? But when you're constantly reinforcing that message, apparently your body can't tell the difference. So I gotta get out of that habit. So I think I am fortunate. I was naturally a pretty intelligent kid, so I didn't have to study that much, at least at the beginning. As the schooling went on, I did, for sure. But at the very beginning, I did not. It was very basic math and then very basic electricity. And so I didn't need to study. And so I had like additional like month or two probably before I needed to study at all, really. And I could have stretched out that game and played it more. Red Dead 2, I could have stretched that way out and enjoyed it and explored the world. So I went back and started playing a second playthrough, and then I actually ended up exploring more and making myself part of the world. I was like, yeah, now it's not quite the same experience. Like, I know what's going to happen, but it still feels a little better. Since then, I disconnected my Xbox. Don't have the Game Pass anymore. Never downloaded the full game, myself. I'll probably download it on my PC. I'm a PC gamer now, so I'll probably download it on my PC at some point. Not while they're still trying to charge $60 for it. They go fuck themselves. But I'd pick it up on sale. And it's wild to me that you can still charge full price for a 5-year-old game. Great game though. It truly is incredible. I'm just cheap. So, hence why I played it on the Game Pass and I didn't buy it. Incredible though. But that's the main point of the video though, is just to help you. Because I don't know how y'all are, but in my head I was like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this game more by playing more and burning through more of the story, because I have such a short time to sit down and play through it. And so I need to make sure that I make the most of it, right? Quote unquote, make the most of it and get through as much of the story as I can, or make as much progress as I can. And I just don't think that's the way to go about it, right? There's that saying, the way you do something, or the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Which is, it's pretty damn true, because if you're constantly, if you're gonna take the lazy way out with doing the dishes, or take the lazy way out with playing a game, or take the lazy way out with your relationship, so then there's a good chance that everything else you're gonna do, you're gonna take the lazy way out, because that's the habit you've built upon yourself, is just finding the easy way out, finding the lazy way out. And so, same with games. Like, if you're rushing through shit, just haphazardly going about it, not really being deliberate, it's probably how you apply to a lot of different things. So, what I have started doing when I sit down, because I've been playing the Metro games, which I'm sure you've seen me talk about on the channel here, which are incredible games, story-based, single-player games. And they can take a good bit. Like, if you really explore, I beat the main story of Metro with about 20 hours into the game. So that's a good chunk of time, right? That's a solid chunk of gameplay right there. And that was me, walking, not just burning through the story. Like, you probably beat the story. Just like, if you were just like, I'm just doing the very basic shit, fuck sneaking around, I'm just gonna kill him, and I'm just gonna go. Probably knock it out in like 12 hours. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just guesstimating. But I went sneaky, tried to play like the moral way, was exploring fucking everything. And that shit took me like 20 hours. So, you can do it. You can 100%. I don't know what I'm saying you can do. But yeah. So just being more intentional when I play my games. So if I have 2 hours to sit down, I'm not worried. Like when I'm applying to these Metro games, I'm not worried about beating the level in 2 hours. Actually, I don't give a fuck what I accomplish in 2 hours. If I sit there and craft for 2 hours, I'm happy. Because I've also been making sure that because what I used to do was annoying, because I really only play games for about I get like 3 hours on the weekend. That's really the only time I game. And so, sometimes it's hard to keep up with the story. Honestly, with Metro, I took like a 2-year hiatus of playing that game because my computer not shit itself, but it couldn't handle it. I had a very old graphics card. I had a 1080. A very old graphics card. Crapped out, crashed. I had to play super shitty graphics. It couldn't handle the Caspian Sea level. And so, finally I got a new graphics card, and then I just sat on the game. I just didn't play it. I don't know why, actually. Well, probably because I was getting super into multiplayer games. I was playing with my friends a whole lot. Right before I got out of the Navy, we were fucking just playing all sorts of games. Tried getting into Tarkov. Not really my thing. It's okay. It can be fun. There are some fun moments. And the Call of Duty, fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 2021, fucking got into that game. Gosh, dog, I was going for, what was the master? It wasn't Damascus, was it? Orion. I think it was the Orion camo. That's what it was. I was going for that. Didn't finish that out, but did pretty good. Did okay. Maybe halfway there. I don't think so. Anyway. Well, because it was gold, platinum, or gold, diamond, gold, platinum, diamond, Orion. I forget how it works. It's been a while. But just being more intentional. So when I sit down and play Metro, like yesterday, I got to play my game. I'm playing this DLC. I want to see how the story ends. I want to see how it connects. I really like how it to the main game and the plot that's going on. I want to see how this plays out. But I even had to remind myself while I was playing through. I was just like, just relax, enjoy the journey. And it was a big chunk of time of the time I was playing that were cutscenes. Like one was a montage with you and another character, y'all having a good old time. And then the other section was you talking to like the main bad guy. Kind of hard to tell where he stands. He's just an arms dealer. I guess you could say he's a bad guy, but he also seems like he has sort of a moral compass and will hold his word. So that's always good. We're gonna see how it plays out. But normally, I would stress out about there being a cutscene and be like, all right, hurry up. And I would probably miss what they were saying, miss what they were picking up on. I wouldn't pick up on some stuff, and then the story would play out, and I'd be like, whoa, what happened? But yesterday, and what I've been trying to do recently, I'm scratching my leg, that's why I got so close. I've just been trying to focus more on just enjoying what I'm doing. So I let the cutscene play out, because in my head, I'm like, oh, this is no waste of time. This is me getting more invested in the world, more invested in the story, just taking it a little bit slower and really letting it see how this plays out and letting me form my feelings and opinions about these characters, and me realizing I don't really fucking trust this guy, or this guy's fucking dope, or I'm definitely gonna murder that guy, or all this sort of this and that, letting those opinions form and letting those feelings form, letting the story develop. So I was like, no, this isn't a waste of time. I kind of got inspiration, one, from a video I saw online about it, a guy talking about it, but also a buddy of mine going through the Navy. He beat The Witcher. It probably took him like a year to beat The Witcher. Like, he was playing that shit for a long time. But that's the way he would do it. He would, like, get all his schoolwork done. He would go to the gym. He would, like, handle all the shit. And then he would sit down and play for, you know, an hour, 2 hours. Probably never an hour. I just remember, like, 2 hours. Probably played for, like, 2 hours, like, 3 or 4 times out of the week. Maybe less than that. I don't know. It might have been less than that. Maybe twice a week. 2-3 times a week, he'd play for like 2 hours. And the same thing, he was not worried about rushing and getting to the end of the story. He was playing every option he could. He was exploring. He was crafting. He was messing with outfits. He was like just taking his sweet ass time, which is, you know, incredible. And that is what makes the game more. That's what lets you get more fulfilled and like feel better about playing the game and enjoy that's the word, enjoy the game more. This whole trying to rush through and be like, oh, I gotta make the most of it, I gotta get through the game. That's how I make the time worth it, is by burning through the game. Like, no, fucking slow down, man. Fucking enjoy the game for what it is. Take your time. The game's not going anywhere. It's installed on your hard drive. It's gonna be there. Just fucking enjoy it. So, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So be intentional about your games. Be intentional about your life. Right? Do the things that bring you joy. Make sure to take time with them. Enjoy them. Right? You don't rush through spending time with your kids. You sit there in the moment and let those moments be slow. Because you want to suck every last second out of that and enjoy it. So, try that out. You've been feeling like you're rushing through games, or they're not fulfilling the same way, you're not getting the same enjoyment. Take your time, get into that world. Be intentional. That's the big thing. Be intentional. You're gonna spend an hour today crafting. So when I get to play again next week, or in a few days, or whenever it is, and I get to sit down for an hour again, I'm gonna have all this gear ready to go, so that the time I'm sitting there playing the game, that I'm fucking locked, stocked, and ready to go. And then that's gonna be more enjoyable, instead of just burning through and then you don't have the resources right. You get the picture. So that's that. Have a beautiful day. Go to the gym. Go outside. Eat good food. Take care of yourself. Health is wealth. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Take care of yourself. And have a good day.